Hello and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, the title screen, because we have officially finished the Crazy Creators Park. And we did finish it, not with a time lapse, but we did finish it in style with an achievement. Something that we have not ever accomplished before, and something that I'm very proud of. So, yeah, there we are, you know. I think that we are more than ready for the next park, and who knows how we will finish that. But there's one thing. Look, ladies and gentlemen, the orange water. It is a virus. It spreads everywhere, even to the title screen. Yeah, now actually I did discover that earlier, but yeah, you know, if you load up the Crazy Creators Park with the orange texturing, then you know, it doesn't change it back to blue in the title screen. I discovered some sloppy coding here. Well, sloppy, it's an old game, I mean, you can't think of everything, and I think it's just a nice glitch though over here. It's kind of, yeah, immersion breaking. Anyway, yeah, what I was about to say is, like, time lapses, I like them, but after the Crazy Creators Park and me trying to make a nice time lapse of it, I'm not entirely sure we'll see those anytime soon, because frankly, you know, wasting 9 hours in the end recording, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like, you know, it kind of takes the joy out of it. And after all, I only do this because I like it myself. And I don't like wasting 9 hours, but who knows what the future might bring. Anyway, we are ready for the next park. Who knows, maybe another 12 in the ratings coaster. But we're gonna find out right now when we see what the next park is. It is the Dusty Desert, and look, we're not far off from being halfway, you know. That's actually already, we're making good progress over here. Very nice not having failed a park once in this list, or this list for that matter. So, we're doing good, we're doing excellent. On to the Dusty Desert Park, I say. Now, let's pause it quickly. 5 coasters require completion in this desert park. To finish... to finish. I was like, what? What's that for a sentence? But our objective is to finish building all 5 of the partially built roller coasters in this park, designing them to achieve excitement ratings of at least 7 each. Alright, well, there's no failure condition in this one. And so far, from what I can see, it won't be that difficult, though I see 1, 2, 3, and 4. Where is number 5? Oh, there is something hidden over here. Now I don't really know. Oh, this is easy. What do we have over here? Also easy. What's this? Easy as well, because this is actually the hyper one that we built the 12 in the ratings coaster with. Easy. And another easy one. Actually, is this the standing? No, it's the flying. Oh, man. Oh, we're in for an easy ride, really. Anyway, what do we have over here? Another absolutely massive, ultra massive park. Though I do want... Yeah, it's underground. I thought as much. Look, there it is. Right, so we have quite an easy park, which is really nice. Now, how high is the terrain? 11. So we can actually go underground in a decent fashion. The water is not too deep over here. Yes, I must admit that this is looking rather promising. Now, of course, you know, and we're gonna check out our rides. And I do know that we will have at least 5 coasters over here. Minus 1. Well, we'll have 5. Basically, this one I believe we already have in there. This one we don't, if I'm not mistaken. We might have this one, though I'm not entirely sure on that. Yeah, no. It seems to be that we also have this one. This one we don't, but it's difficult. This one we don't, which will be our startup coaster. And then I don't even really know what we have over here. Is this like the It seems to me that it is actually this one, so we can also build this one. Well, well, I'd say that's a pretty easy start. You know, we have some good coasters. How about the other rides? We don't need this. We have at least a decent start over here. Oh, wow. This is a royal hand dealt to us. Look at it, man. Look at all the rides that we have available. Over here, it isn't bad either. Plus another water coaster. I like this, especially in the desert. I think that's good. And then we have... Look at this. I mean, can somebody tell me where the challenge lies in this exactly? Maybe over here. Maybe we can't loan anything. Nope. Standard regular financial room over here. Eggheads? Maybe we don't have a research department, but no. No, we do have eggheads too. Considering, however, that we have plenty of everything, I think we should just go for what we really need. And that is thrill rides, because that will be finished soonest. TM. We will probably switch between roller coasters and thrill rides during our build, but well. Alright, what do we have for scenery? Plenty, actually. We don't really need that much, but there is plenty for us to go around. Well, well. I think before we start, we should think about how we're going to lay down the pathing here, because we have rides already here. So what I'm thinking is we should build path around here. Have like a nice square of sorts. At the start, we probably won't even be building that much in this direction. We won't be starting on these coasters right from the get-go. Though we could, in theory, start out with this coaster straight away, but getting a 7 on this one, well, see, the thing is that I'd rather start with these coasters when we have some financial headroom. And as far as it stands currently, I don't think we should start out with it right away. I think the steel mini coaster should be our first goal. So where are we going to expand then? I also want some room here for the coasters to be built. So we probably... I'm looking at this corner here, and I think this should be the room in which we expand first. So why don't we build a path that goes like right across over here and then just into this area. That way we'll have plenty of room to develop stuff, and still height 7, so... It's not like we're at rock bottom over here. We can develop stuff over here as we see fit. Yeah, also, is the park not even open? Can we charge? No. No, I don't think we can charge a fee in any of these parks. So the Dusty Desert one will be no exception. Now, we are gonna go with the yellow golden support. And the first thing we should do is just get some path expansion out there, man. So... nothing too crazy, no, to start out with. Just some path here, so that we can get our park started. For now, this will do. We don't want to spend too much money on this. Man, do I love it that we have sounds of me placing stuff in here again. I mean, that's one of the other small oversights that we had without any money. Apparently, the money is also related to in-game sounds. I knew that, but I didn't expect it. Now, we also don't need to tell them to not mow any grass, because I have not yet seen grass grow in the desert. There. Now, we'll have that. Next thing we should get is some easy shops and stalls, probably. At least the basic facilities. Now, you don't really need them right at the start, but, well, you know, it's nice to have it at least at the start. Why don't we go with a bluish color for the umbrellas? Now, somebody also told me, which I wasn't even aware of, but somebody told me that apparently from the ice cream stall we can actually change the color of this. Look, we can indeed. I didn't know it. I wonder if it will affect our ice creams. Or maybe even yellow? How would yellow look? Yellow looks kind of meh, if I'm honest. There, now that looks good. I like that for colors of our ice cream stall. Next, we shall build a toilet, which we won't build right at the start, though maybe we should. You know, maybe there are angry guests who head towards the exit who think, you know, because they haven't found a toilet recently, so, you know, right before they leave the park, they can go to the toilet, and maybe when they do a number 2 and have a think about what they're actually doing, maybe they'll change their mind. Who knows, right? We'll also have a drink stall, and you know what? We will get the swag and all that early on, because even if the guests don't spend their money right away on this stuff, you know, or well, what? No, hold on. Let me rephrase this. You know, guests might not go onto rides right from the start, but usually they will spend money on swag, and I want them to buy exactly that. So, let's see, we'll place this on the opposite there. You know what, we will also go in blue. Let's go with blue all around. We'll just make our guest blue. Blue umbrellas. Blue, I said, yes, blue umbrellas. Blue balloons. Blue balloons. And blue shirts if we get them. Blue souvenirs for them to buy as well. Which we'll do at the, we'll do at the end over here. I mean, everything is just gonna be blue. We'll have Smurfs walking around over here everywhere. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. I know it already. And a pizza stall. And then we have the coveted one of everything. There we go. Nice. Alright. I think if we just let the park run, we will get the money. Or maybe we won't. No, we definitely need to work something in here. How about we start out with a gentle ride that provides us with the necessary music that we require, at least for our park, to even operate successfully. Like that. Now, before we continue with this, what we're gonna do is, because this is a desert, I think canvas style tents are the way to go. The red and yellow is perfectly fine. We will mirror these with the tent. You know, a little bit more to the extremes, a little bit darker and brighter, but still, that's what we'll run with. And now we will also have, once we open it, the nice classic, nostalgic tunes of the merry-go-round. Something that I can never get enough of. That is always like, you know, when I think of Rollercoaster Tycoon, I think of the sounds that this ride makes. Well, maybe not exactly, but, you know, it's nice, it's nostalgic, and I am all for nostalgia. There, something like that. We don't want it to be too long, so this is good. We will also get a handy dude near this exit, even though we don't need it. Or him. It. He is not a person, he is a robot. Now that we also have some guests, let's check out how their finances are. Guest 21, 55. I hope that's not on the upper end of the money spectrum. Come on now, guys. 65, not that rich. 75, getting richer. You've bought something, but you had 75. 65. 85, alright. So 55 is actually the lower end of the money spectrum that we can buy. Right. Why don't we call this Dust Devil? That's at least something to start around with. Next, what we want is a thrill ride. Now, I think it would be the best if we just place them right at the entrance over here. So there's at least something for our guest to choose from. You know, something like, well, over here. This will do nicely, I feel. And then right there as well. Why will this do nicely, you might wonder? Because we have already the handy dude patrolling the area. So that makes this the perfect placement for this ride. Now, let's set this up quickly. Rotation mode, pricing, $5. Man, I mean, I don't mind not having money, but I also certainly don't mind having money, you know, once again. I mean, not having money, not being like being broke, you know, but I don't mind having to consider money as a thing again, as a game mechanic, you know. I don't mind that in the slightest. Now, what we need is, we need a name, and we need to color this. And why don't we call this, the Crystallite Sands. Crystallite Sands. And because Crystallite Sands, you know, at least in my mind, makes me think of light colors, we shall go with the blue and the yellow on it. Over here, white and grey. Or should we reverse that? Possibly. That might look better. Yeah, definitely does. I mean, even though, you know, you could think that like on a tent it wouldn't make any difference, there's still a little bit of a grey shading to these stripes, and, you know, how we have it currently, the contrast is better. So, Crystallite Sands is officially a thing. Next, I think we should build ourselves a coaster. And not one of those 5 that we have to finish. We should build ourselves this coaster. So we can at least get started with making money. We'll probably keep it around this area. So we'll probably have the station over here. I'm not gonna pair it up or anything. I don't think we need to. So we'll just build it like over here. Do the maximum station thing. And before we screw ourselves over, I will hook it up first. So it's not gonna be anything complicated. Look, like I said, it's not gonna be anything complicated. Actually, to the contrary, to be honest. Also, have I not got the height right on this? No. It seems that we have a floating exit. Yeah, we do. I was for a moment there really mind-boggled and thinking like Escher-esque. Ooh, that's an expensive thing to do. Didn't really want it to do that, but now that we have it, I'm not going to reverse it, so I guess we'll have to do with this. That means probably no walls on this exit track, you know, to shield them from any negative experiences and all the yada yada. Yeah, we will need a dedicated handy dude just for this exit, but that's fine. We've had that before, we can deal with that. Rightio, it is time to build this coaster and probably take out our first loan as well. And then it is too high for supports, but that's fine. Now, ideally, I do want this, to go into the underground as well, to at least achieve some high ratings, you know. I mean, it doesn't need to be ultra good straight away, but something that has at least a little bit of a high rating definitely would be nice. So, into the underground, I say. You know what, we'll also keep the terrain nice over here, so no just flat, you know, just raising squares. No, we'll keep the angles at least good looking for this one. And then what we can do is... And then a helix down large. And then we'll probably curve it around. Because now the speed is actually really great, but we also need to get this above ground. Which is something that we should be able to achieve right now. We also don't really want this coaster to be that crazy in terms of how it goes, you know, in terms of track design, in terms of financial costs attached to this. So let's see, can we do a helix down small? Yeah, but there's this thing called passenger or visitor path, and yeah, you know, we need to keep that into account. So we'll go straight here. I also, we're not gonna add a second lift or anything to this, so that, unfortunately, also won't work. Now, we probably will lift it over here, and now we should start thinking about heading this back towards the station. But, yeah, what? We might as well give this another go into the underground. And I said something about the terrain, didn't I? I was just joking! I was joking! You heard me joke, right? I know. I should keep serious about the things I promise, but it's not always possible to achieve what we want. Also, I'm having second thoughts about going over there. What I do ideally is traverse above that section, but we cannot do that over there. So yeah, this is the only option that we have, really. Well, not that that's bad or anything, but look, see, we can go over here and there, right. So what we want to do right now is go up. Oh, what we want to do right now is go with our beggar's hand to the bank and ask them for monies, which I know they will give us. Because why should taking out a loan ever be difficult, right? Also, we need that to be flat, else we'll run into issues. Now, right now, we need to get ourselves to height 11 ASAP. I might have made this already really difficult for ourselves. So, how are we gonna approach this? Here's the plan. I do have one, so nice for a change. We are on height 11, so we can't do too many fancy things. We'll probably do this uncurved, or unbanked. Maybe even one later if we can get away with it. Which we seem to be able to do. And then... oh, hello there, fancy information kiosk thingy. Right. Okay, fine, have it your way. We're gonna go with the short and easy route there. Not that easy, but slightly more easy. Which, oh, you've got to be kidding me. We have to break this. So this whole curve here, I mean, as much as I like it, that ain't gonna stay. So break it to speed 28, perfect. Don't need it to go any faster. And then like that. Alright, I think it's due for a test run. Let's see what the ratings are. Nice and compact, fancy track design, at least a few drops, Nothing to be ashamed of. So let's, whilst we wait for the test run, let us quickly set this up. Right, it has arrived. Let us see what it does. It makes speed, it descends, it goes even faster. It goes really fast. It goes... actually, on its helix down, it actually decelerates. Okay, I did not expect that, but fine. Now, I have been pointed out in the comments that this is a bad setup, and I am aware of it, but I don't really expect that many troubles for this coaster, so we'll have to see. In any case, what we will need to do is get ourselves a safety mechanic run there, who is going to inspect stuff. And, well, I think we have... yeah, the ratings are in the making. I think what we can safely do is open it up already. I mean, even though it does not have ratings, look, the guy... oh, it does have ratings. It is average at best, but it's our starting coaster and people will love to get in over here. So yeah, I expect lots of this. This will make us our money to start out with, you know. This is what will get us there. How about we call this the Nomad's Trail? Because nomads live in the desert, right? I mean, I'm not stereotyping anything at all, ever. We shall have black innards with a brownish outside. And then yellow supports. Yeah, these look good. Also makes the tent look reasonably good. We will have green with white. Well, perfect, I'd say. And the good thing is, this is a really short coaster in terms of ride length. You know, time, that is. So, yeah, you know, this will make us loads of money. Oh man, it is looking already like this park will be an easy and huge success. Nice, I like it. Right, I think next what we should do is, I mean, we have the basics, we have the facilities, you know, all the stuff is here. Let us think about where we're gonna expand, because we cannot finish these coasters with what we currently have. So what I'm thinking is, let us just take a look at where are these coasters gonna go that we need to finish, because we need to plan this ahead a little bit. Now this one I think should go into this area, because basically this is like the shortest and easiest setup. Look, this is all that we have. Also, is this set to powered launch mode? It isn't, and we cannot change it to that either. Alright. Well, in any case, this should go over here. This is, by the way, a drop-down coaster, I believe, because else it would not be able to sport these lifts going this steep. If we do that, then this coaster will most likely be in this area. It will most likely be in this area entirely. This one will be more over here. And then we should finish off this wooden one, or maybe even change the sequence. But the wooden one, as far as I'm concerned, should be all over here, all over in this area. And then this one can just go in between everywhere because it's the flex coaster. So, right, knowing this, why don't we plan ahead for... By the way, what do... Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Come on, I don't want this. I don't need this. Close it. I just want the research, man. We have had jet skis. Excellent. The water is only over here, so by the time we'll get to that, or should we build it over here? How cruel would it be if we do? It would also be very efficient, I think, because all they can do is just leave the station and then get back to it. Maybe that's actually a smart move. Maybe we should do that. No, but what I think we should do is, because we now know where our coasters are gonna go, I think what we can get away with without having to expand the path is get ourselves another wooden coaster that goes over here and just goes around a little bit. Easy track, simple, maybe with like 1 or 2 underground sections. Just goes up and down, do a few curves, and then get back to the station, which would basically be a square shape like this. Very square, see my mouse? Very square with round corners. Oh. Yeah, just like that. Anyway, that's what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do that next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.